Guys, welcome to the Project Sparks developer stream. I'm Mike Lesko, the community manager from Team Dakota.
I'm Tom Gazach. I'm a producer on Team Dakota.
And I am Eddie Parker, an engineer on Team Dakota.
Eddie Dirtnap Parker and Tom FedEx Gazach. See, I remember those nicknames I gave you guys during E3.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that.
I don't think I ever challenged you to that. Never in my life did I say, man, I really hope Mike can remember the nickname you gave me.
Well, that is very important. So today we want to, for our lunchtime stream, we're going to focus on alpha creations. As we mentioned, as we get closer to beta, at some point in time, we don't know when, the alpha is going to come down because we're going to need a week or two to move all the servers on and prepare those for beta. So this is kind of one of the things we want to make sure we did get some time to do it. And we also got, Eddie Parker finally pulled his head out of the bug sand that you've been sticking it in. Or
Ooh, thank you for finishing that well.
He pulled his head out of his tail. And,
Yeah, I've been pretty heads down with bugs right now, so thank you, my adoring fans. So,
but everybody, and they'll tell you.
You are super popular. Look, everyone's just saying hello to you.
Yay, hello me.
Well, you know what was funny
Thanks,
is that
guys.
when you weren't on, like I would tell people like, "Where's Eddie?" I'm like, "Eddie hates you guys." Like he said he hates community.
Which is funny because Mike's telling me the same thing in reverse, saying community doesn't care for me.
Eddie, they're like, "Thank God you don't have that Eddie guy on anymore, man. We hated him." So
by bugs, I really mean I've been crying in a focus room.
His tear-streamed pillow.
Tear-fueled Project Spark, the beta.
Oh, now they want your shirt.
What? I don't think it's that kind of stream, folks, but... And Mike's even stunned. This is great.
Yeah, I know.
This is making for great TV.
Well, no,
Should we dive right into this, or do you got some saucy thing to retort?
So a saucy thing to retort. No, they're on one of the Microsoft Studios streams. They were talking about that with Rise. And they were making fun of somebody, and I guess one of the producers was like, "Oh, I'll take off my shirt," and each went to do it, and Alex, who runs it, Alex Aber, she's like, "No."
Nobody wants to see that.
And I'm like, man, it's the week of everybody trying to rip their shirts off during
I would blind
streams.
you. I'm a very pasty-faced geek, and pasty everywhere.
But, why don't I have a Project Spark shirt? Why don't I?
Apparently you have Project Spark shoes.
Project Spark shoes? I would like Project Spark shoes.
And a Project Spark hat. So, anyways, so we're gonna take a look at what we have going on for with the alpha stuff. If anybody knows of any levels you want us to check out, shout it out. We have Tom here for color commentary, and I don't know,
random heckling.
Like I don't feel like without Henry here, who's gonna heckle us?
You opened the wrong one.
Exactly.
It's like no, do this. We need a backseat driver. That's really the only way this Twitch stream works. No, like you could just all right, whatever,
All right, let's show some Project Spark. I think people are getting tired of us.
They didn't want to just hear us.
In the want to talk about the ZVR first?
Sure, it's called ZBR, but otherwise we're good.
So I saw someone earlier in the stream asked about the bug count. I don't have the latest bug count as of right now, but I know Sax, our studio head, tweeted out the bug count a few days back. So we wanted to actually talk a little bit about what that means. So for people who are interested in game development, as perhaps many of you are, we have a process where we go through and develop all the features, and at the point where all the features are actually in the game, we call that code complete. So that means everything that is going to be in the game is in the game, but it's not necessarily all working as good as we want it to. And then we have a process where we get down to, we obviously have a lot of bugs that are logged, and then we prioritize those bugs and say which bugs are important enough for alpha. So some people have asked us, why is it that you're fixing bugs? This is a beta, just release it with all the bugs in it. Well, just to give you a little context there, we're not going to fix all the bugs, but we do need to fix all the most important bugs. So the things that we think are going to give people a really bad experience, we need to make sure that those are taken care of before we release the beta. So we've right now got our bug counts. They're going down. Apparently it's down to 320 now.
Man, see? Look, what you learn from the community.
All right. And then as soon as that hits 0, we know that we're ready to go into cert. And certification means that we're going to send it off to a team that will actually look through our build and make sure that it meets all the standards that are necessary in order to release on whatever platform it's being released on.
So generally from the time that we hit ZBR, or time that bug count gets to 0, in your experience, in our experience, right, it's been maybe 8 to 10 to 11, 12 business days
I told Sax I wasn't going to put any specific number on it. I
Well,
don't be making any promises here.
okay. Well, I just did. So. Yeah, I mean, we just want people to know that we don't mind giving you guys the information on the. We think it's kind of cool, so that you guys see the process we're making and as we go through it. But I don't want anybody to think, oh my God, they're at 0. Where's my invite?
Right,
Why am I not
right.
there? So there will be some time from there that we start the serve proc. It's like launching the space shuttle, right? Once that happens, we can say, okay, good. We start the countdown, and people hit switches, and frogs jump, and it's all kinds of.
And of
great
course,
stuff.
obviously, we hope the number does continuously go down. But while the number is going down because we're fixing bugs, we're also finding bugs as well. So sometimes it doesn't go down as fast as we'd like, or it maybe even goes up. It so far hasn't gone up yet.
And sometimes while we're fixing bugs, Eddie breaks things and adds more bugs. So, so actually we're trying, just getting Eddie away from the code for an hour will probably help. All right.
This is less about getting me in front of the community and more about getting me away from the compiler.
Rag on Eddie Hour.
This is why I don't visit you very much.
See?
This guy.
This is why we love having him. It's always a great stream when Eddie's on. All right, so why don't we jump in? We got a list of people. Pino let me down. He didn't give me the list, but Bob Smacky gave me. He's made all kinds of stuff. Gave me a list of some suggested stuff, and we're going to start going through with that.
Cool. Are we actually broadcasting the screen? Because it looks like we've got that there.
Yeah. So there you go.
Cool. All right, we're flipping over. So I've saved a couple of these levels locally so we can load them up pretty fast. And I'm going to basically jump right in. Here we've got something called Modular Dungeon 3.0. I haven't seen any of these, so this is raw feedback, folks. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, cool. So it's actually generating a world, and I'm playing through it.
Dropped you in it.
Drop me in it. That's neat. So
You got 2 different bars there. I don't know what those are.
I don't know. I've got an inventory, though.
Oh, they've integrated the inventory system.
Cool. This is the inventory system. Awesome.
I love seeing all the different community creations all stuck together to make one awesome game.
Yeah. Well, this is what's kind of neat, right? With our idea of assemblies and props and stuff, you can just kind of put together what you want. So they're kind of trying to do a first-person, you're wielding the weapon there. It looks like it's...
Oh, yeah, that was a big question people were asking about.
Right. Looks like it's kind of a bit too close, but it's kind of a good work in progress. Cool. So there's some treasure there.
Nice.
Perhaps some random loot drop.
Give me my loot drops. Oh, my...
Oh.
Is that a ballista? Oh, no, that's just a... Oh,
Whoa!
Oh, I like the health bar they have over their heads.
That's great.
That is pretty cool.
Good player feedback.
That's right. That's pretty neat, guys. So what's cool, if you guys were not following along, this is all generated. So this is like procedural at runtime. Somebody builds this maze that you can kind of go through. So every time you play it, it's going to be different. And this is all user-generated. It's not like we have in there, an assembly we've built, although we could, that says, hey, go create a dungeon. You can remix this and see how they did it.
They might have actually used Jared's random generation of the dungeon.
Oh, did that originally come from Jared?
So someone in the community built the dungeon pieces, and then I think Jared took that and built the random dungeon generator out of it.
Fair.
And it looks like they've added to it and added sort of gameplay.
Yeah, he hasn't caught up to all the Project Spark streams on Netflix yet. He's planning on it. He's got it all queued up. He's going to binge on it and get up to speed.
More of a Hulu guy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, to be fair, though, my point really still stands is that this isn't like we just built something and it's using our own C++. This is all built in our engine, in our game. At any point, like right now, I can pop into edit and say, cool, that was really neat. How did they do this? And as attributed to the fact that I didn't know that we made part of this, I can look through this and go, okay, cool, look, here's what looks to be all the joints that they've made to kind of build all the different parts of the dungeon. I'm assuming that some of these logic cubes say, okay, this is how to line up stuff. Yeah, okay, it looks like they've got it attached. So I'm guessing they're using this as some sort of a metric to say this is how far they are from things. Maybe these are some braces to put things in between. And yeah, I'm guessing there's probably some logic in here for actually doing the generation. So at any point I could dive in here and look through the brains and see what they do. That might take a little bit longer than the time we've got. So maybe I'll move on to the next one.
So giving credit where credit is due, they're saying Aris,
yeah.
Made the original dungeon pieces.
Yeah, he did. He created the module dungeon 1 and 2.
Oh, cool.
Then Jared, we remixed it live and tried to make it modular, and then bam.
Cool.
So who made this latest iteration? Do we know?
Let's see. Can I see that?
No, you
I
can't
think you
because you
already saved it locally.
remix.
Oh, I saved it already locally. So yeah, sorry, I can look it up in the thing, but maybe in the YouTube comments we can put some attribution for that or Twitch. No, okay. That's work for Mike, so he's gonna say no.
Unless I can give the community that, we've already established. I'm not going to be doing any work.
Mike's job is lead crowdsourcer. We're real editing.
We were talking earlier. I really wish I could get the community to do my job for me.
Right.
Yeah.
If you guys could just submit patches to my code base, that'd be great.
I'm telling you, if you they will do it. They will do it. are you?
Awesome. All right, so let's take a look at top-down RPG 2.0. I feel like I'm on like a game show, like, top hits of this week. We need some good, like, flashy, interstitials and stuff. Top-down RPG 2.0. Let's play this. Have you tuned into our Twitch TV channel yet? Cool. So here I go, another inventory system. This has got some sort of a neat mechanic for...
Which one's this?
A top-down RPG 2.0.
Oh, okay.
Neat. Okay. So
This is a popular inventory system.
I thought it was 3.0.
3.0 was the one we just
It was
did.
the dungeon one.
You obviously weren't paying attention.
Well, yeah, I reach out. I have to watch these after the stream. I have to watch it to see what we did. I missed most of it. It's
That's
crazy.
fair. Oh, neat. So, cool. I can go up and down this. Neat.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is cool. So there, my feedback would be that would be really cool. You can actually use the fade to black to hide the fact that you're teleporting.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's a really neat idea. This reminds me of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original one, the top-down one.
Yeah. I was going to say it reminds me of Swan Song because Rusty did that.
Yeah, that's true.
That letter trick.
And actually, that's a good point. You could look at Swan Song, see how he did it for his interstitials, and then deal with it. So I'm trying to get a hold of the controls here. Sorry, guys, if you see it flashing. It looks like I'm stuck at this point. I'm guessing I need to come back with some sort of tool.
Maybe build that bridge somehow. It looked like there was a partial bridge there.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe there's that. So let's see here.
Oh, nice. I saw people
that's
talking
cool.
about this online, actually. I think
Neat.
they're doing some kind of a raycast or something to see when the camera is above the character, and then they're actually making all of the ceiling props invisible.
That makes sense.
Oh, that is awesome.
And what's really neat is that's actually how you do it in traditional video gaming, right? You do a raycast from where the camera position is to the player, and then you end up occluding or hiding things.
Really? Because, like, man, I used to have to. Maybe I'm just old, but
You had to get other people to do it?
We had to put it. Well, I had to. Yeah, of course. All the guys do
Did you
it.
see that when you walked upstairs?
On a whole other level. So what's really cool about this, guys, is like it's amazing how much of this is stuff that people are building on top of our engine, right? You think, oh, okay, cool, you guys obviously coded that. Nope, somebody in the community came ahead and built it. And this is great suggestions for us on, man, this is where people want to take this. Cool.
Oh, look, they took that thing that's on the floor there. It was made to be a banner, but they've used it as a rug.
That's really cool. I love the art that comes out of this, right? We make really cool art, and then you guys put it in really cool places and make different art out of it. That's really neat.
I also love that we play this stuff on here on the community, and we see stuff that we've literally never seen anyone on our team do.
Oops. I really like that inventory button. What can I say?
Well, it's right there. It's like, why? Oh, hey, why?
Oh, okay, cool. There's my attack buttons. That's neat. I just don't have a jump. Oh, dodge, though. Cool.
Oops.
This is really cool. This is Rookguard. I love reading the comments. Unfortunately, I don't feel I'm as entertaining when I'm just reading and laughing at other people's comments.
Well, that way the people that watch it on YouTube later get the...
A 7 versus 7 all-human Quidditch game is what they really want.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Let them, when you get on there, let's see if you can build
specific. I guess 7 must be the number of...
Right, but 8 versus 8, you'd be
Dude,
disappointed,
you don't
right?
know? Wow.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you are not up on your Quidditch.
Quidditch. Actually, that's fair. To be all I know, 8 versus 8 is totally illegal. Too many.
Zed's already planning a Quidditch game, see?
I just like him because of the name.
Oh, boy.
Awesome. So cool. I love this. Somebody's built multi-level dungeons in here, 2D adventure. Oh my, walkout basements? This game has everything. Look at this. You can't find property like that in 2D RPGs. This is beautiful.
I want to see... we haven't found like a weapon or something, have we yet?
No, we haven't, but I'm still marveling over the real estate. Now I want to make like waterfront property. Seriously.
Because I see we've got this little X that moves around in front of us. I assume that's where we're targeting if we're like shoot a weapon or something.
And once again, that's the inventory system. If
Yeah,
people
you wanted to see that?
I guess you wanted to see that. Here it is.
So yeah, that's a good point. I guess that's targeting. I'm guessing this is probably a work in progress, and
Yeah, it could
somebody's
be.
trying to make that where you attack or your spells go or something.
I'm
But
intrigued already.
what's really cool is though, so say you saw this, you're like, that's beautiful. Let's go edit it. I keep pulling back to this because I think it's really powerful. But I can sit there and say, okay, cool. How did he build this? Maybe I'll put an equipment on him. Maybe I'll put spells on him. Let's see what his brain is. I'm sorry if I'm giving somebody's secret sauce away, but okay, he's got dodges in here, dodge counts. Like, this is a great way to start to learn how did this guy do this stuff. Different equipment in there that he's got coded up. So he's got his camera that does the ignore. Awesome. Really, really powerful stuff. I'd love to go through this, but I'm going to bore the heck out of you guys. So, one day I'll get my own stream to that. That'll be fun. Cool. Well, I'm going to move on. If you guys have any questions, suggestions from the audience, let me know. Underwater test. So that's neat. I want to see what this is. An attempt at creating an underwater level. Lots of effects here and some buggy elements still. All right, let's see what we can do here.
Oh, look at the colors on that guy.
Whoa, that's awesome. That's... Okay, let's just take a moment here. So this is cool. Somebody's gone ahead and just tinted the heck out of this guy. That's pretty cool. Use the D-pad to move around. Ooh, D-pad games. I haven't seen that in a while. That's pretty cool. Got in a big war with one of the guys at work that just loves his D-pad games. Move the A button to surface, jump, or swim. So that's really cool. So what he's done here...
Oh, they built underwater stuff.
Yeah, he's built underwater stuff, and I'm guessing he's done this by changing the density of the character so that he's really dense and he falls. And then based on that, you can use it to swim.
He could be using set position also.
He could be, but you can see how the loco's still working really well. So I'm guessing that that's just density based, and that's why he's falling slowly.
Yeah. This sort of gets at a question I think a lot of community members have asked: of can you do underwater stuff? And our answer has sort of always been, well, we don't support that really easily, but it's definitely possible.
Right. It's definitely on one of our feature lists we'd like to tackle, but right now it's like you can see somebody made this work pretty well. Right? He's using this is the surface swim animation that we've done. I'm sorry, she.
It's Knee, or like I call her Nine. The founder of the U-Shape Hill Appreciation Society.
Awesome.
I was totally bummed when those shirts didn't get funded.
Well, you know what? If more people in the team had purchased them, it would have
I guess I can't really speak since I didn't pledge for it.
Oh, what are you doing? Why are you messing with me?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're making the game look bad when it's obviously an amazing game. He's messing with my mouse, folks.
Which goes to another point. You can play this with a controller, you can play with a keyboard and a mouse,
right?
Or you can play it on a touchscreen.
You can interfere with Eddie's playthrough with multiple devices, right, Mike? But this is really cool. So, like, getting back to it, this is really neat. I'm going to go back up to the surface if I can find my way. And you can just see they've built this whole world here. If you wanted to, I can see a lot of potential here. You could have kind of like one of those space games where you go side to side and shoot things, maybe a rail explorer and stuff like that. And at the same time, this is on D-pad right now, which is a neat trick because we haven't had a lot of games with the D-pad right now. But if you wanted to, you could switch it back to the analog controller. You could make it a touch game if it's not already. Some really cool potential here. So good job, Nine?
She, like, I don't know. I call her Nine. That's it.
All right, well, you call her Nine.
She calls herself Nini and Knee and I don't know.
All right, so
all kinds of long names.
Something here called Work in Progress, Dust of the Cosmos. Whew, almost messed that one up.
I love that people are sharing works in progress, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think, especially early on, we were seeing a lot of people sort of afraid to share works in progress, but it's awesome to see stuff that people are working on and then get inspired by it.
This is really cool. Okay, so I sucked at that first one, but now that I understand what I'm doing, this is pretty cool. So, simulating going around a sphere, I'm guessing by...
Oh, wow, that's neat.
This is really cool.
Yeah. This is getting at another question I've seen a lot of users ask is could you develop some sort of gameplay around the sphere like Mario Galaxy kind of thing?
Right, and this is pretty cool because I think what he's doing is actually just rotating the sphere to give the illusion that you're moving, whereas...
the skybox is moving too, then.
Oh, you're right, the skybox is moving, so maybe he is moving around it.
I'm going to mess with you again.
Why you got to do that? Why?
Just to lose that X in a second.
Okay, you killed me.
Just to lose that player that we had
right.
on the screen.
Oh, you blame that on me, right? Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, boost, sweet. So yeah, that's a good point. The skybox is so he's actually moving. This reminds me of. Do you remember the old XCOM game where you had to? Why you got to play with that?
Yes.
See
every time you click, I lose control because it's now gone over to the mouse.
Oh, I see.
So thanks for that, Mike. That's,
all right.
His contribution is really felt.
Very helpful.
Right.
I loved XCOM, the original XCOM.
Right, and I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be cool to like paint a little geoscape here?
Yeah.
And it's like these aliens. If you wait too long, they land, and then from there.
I'm trying to figure out what material that is. Is it like a Arctic that's been tinted or something?
I'm guessing that's got to be terrain tinted.
Or do we even have tinting?
Actually, in alpha we don't have the tinting, do we?
It's not tinted.
It's not tinting, but yeah, it's a good call. I don't know. Maybe he stuck some props in there. It looks pretty uniform. That would be cool to see though. Sticking some props in there to give it some kind of jagged texture to it. I like the sphere on the outside. Like that looks like something that's maybe hologrammed or a debug sphere. Maybe
it doesn't look quite like a debug.
Whoa! Oh yeah, that was not me.
That was not him. That was me paying too much attention to the pretty artwork. I'm sorry. But no, this is really cool. I could play this for a while.
All right,
here.
so we gotta check out how it was done.
Let's see how it's done. So, wow. Okay, so is that all that's in this level?
This reminds me of.
That's awesome. It's all right here. That's it.
Of Jared's Retro
City.
Whatever it's called, the Geometry Wars clone.
Sorry. Yeah. Right. This is cool.
Retro Wars.
Now it's gonna bug me that I don't know the name.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to easily figure this out in the stream, I think.
Well, I just want to see where that sphere comes from.
They're probably painting terrain.
Maybe, but there's no sphere in this level, which is really cool.
I bet they're stamping terrain so that they can procedurally know exactly where the center is.
I'm guessing it's a sphere of a certain shape, and then at that point you know where... Yeah, so here's the world center. Ship distance, they're doing rotation. Here's the world center, how much they offset from the world. Here's where they... If the ship is in a trigger zone, kill it. Man, this would be fun to break apart. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are ever interested. Give some feedback to Mike on what you like about these streams. Because it'd be great to hear from you guys if you're like, please rip this apart, we'd love to see it. And whether you want the creator, if he's in-house, to do it, or if you want us to show you how we'd love to figure it out, that might be a worthwhile stream too. But I'd love to hear your feedback on what you guys want to do. Still, this is really cool. I almost want to rip this up in my free time and come back and say, cool, this is how I learned about it, and see what you guys think. But let's just move on. So here we go. We go to the drawing game. I think. Oh no, this isn't the last one. We've got 2 more. Oh, we got plenty. We got so much goods. Here's the drawing game. I believe this is a mouse game. Is that right, Mike?
The drawing game.
When you're
yes.
done.
Mouse or touch.
Mouse or touch.
When I'm done.
I was gonna say when you're done with your banking account.
What? I'm playing Mountain Blade, man. I'm
Fair.
telling you, I'm taking over the world.
I think you might want to use the keyboard. There's a thing at the bottom there.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I hold down the keys and then this thing just tumbles at me. That's pretty neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This is the one Bias made.
Who? By us or Bios?
Bias.
Oh, that's the guy's name.
Yes.
That sounded like you were saying by us.
Bias.
So
Death Spam.
If you press other keys, does it paint other colors?
Yeah, totally. So it's just stamping cubes and stuff. That's
it looks
really
like
cool.
it's spawning cubes.
Yeah, it totally does, doesn't it? That's really neat. So I'm not an artist. However, I think this is magnificent. Rubber key. So I'm guessing this guy's...
It's abstract.
Is this fellow a Brit? He must be a Brit calling it a rubber. That's awesome. My Commonwealth brothers.
Yeah.
Because you know that means something different in the States. I know you Canadians probably don't know that, but
To be fair, Canadians don't call it, but we are international and we understand other cultures.
yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Not picking on Americans, just these Americans. Yeah, no, this is really cool. So I can see yourself building some pretty cool things. It says it's got touch support. I don't believe we've got a touch surface here, do we?
No.
Oh, it's too bad. But still, this is pretty cool. So this is a neat way if you want to build kind of like a Mario Paint style of drawing. It would be neat to have like different shapes in here. If you pressed like, I don't know, Q or E, it would like cycle through different shapes and you could stamp some different things. And that'd be kind of fun. I wonder how hard that would be.
Hey, has anybody made an Etch-a-Sketch yet?
An Etch-a-Sketch. How old are you?
Didn't Dave Freeze make Etch-a-Sketch once?
He made Etch-a-Sketch. Did you call him an Etch-a-Sketch?
No. I call it an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, an Etch-a-Sketch.
And
Oh,
Etch-a-Sketch.
I thought you were like Netro-Sketch. I'm like, I've
Hey.
never heard of
I
that.
don't know what that is.
I'm sick. My Boston accent comes out and nobody understands it. Like I'm calling it Modular Dungeon and everybody's like, what?
Left my car down Harvard Yard. All right, that's pretty cool. Well done. I need to get a list of.
It's fun because it shows that there's again multiple ways of doing things. But I think the Etch-a-Sketch that someone produced on our team was actually using painting terrain, which you can program in a brain as well.
High-paced boss battle. All right, this one looks pretty cool. Thanks to Aristotle and Bob. Press B a lot.
Press
for
B
epic
a
power.
lot.
Well, I'm gonna press B a lot. That's all I'm telling you. LT.
You have to tell Eddie that twice.
Right, exactly. All I heard was press B.
What is that weapon he's holding? That looks like something custom that they made.
Yeah, that looks like
It's made out of scaled down rocks.
that is totally. You know what
It's
that?
like some sort of Krull thing.
I was thinking it was almost like a Klingon batleth or whatever
Oh,
it's
yeah,
called.
That's
right?
exactly what I thought when
Right,
I first saw it.
exactly. Nerd props. I wrote a couple strategy guides for Star Trek games back in the day.
Really?
I did. Klingon Academy on Amazon. You can find, I'm a co-author with a really awesome author there.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I can jump. So where's this epic boss? Now I want to go kill some epic boss with my epic press B power up epicness. This needs to be called Epic Game or something. Oh, sweet double jump. This is actually really cool. So what I really like about this too is you're able to tune.
Hey, you gotta fill your bar, man.
How do I fill my
The
bar?
bar looks full.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Oh, that bar.
It's my B bar.
Then what happens?
Now. Oh, cool.
Whoa.
Whoa. I don't know what that was. That was a dog.
Whoa!
This is cool.
Oh!
So as I was saying, what's really cool about this is we give you all the variables to tune with. And I mean, as all game designers know, there's a certain level of fun that just comes through tuning the right way. And, oh, cool. And so getting these jumps to the point where that jump feels pretty cool compared to the landscape I'm at. I'm glowing with some crazy power that I want to go just shoot some epic... Oh, there's this dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. People were asking what the intro was. That's what we forgot.
The intro?
I was thinking that.
I blame Tom because He's supposed to be the surrogate Henry today, but
Sorry, I don't understand. What intro?
we usually do. Hey, this is Project Spark. You know
Oh,
that,
fair,
that
fair,
thing
fair.
that you're all over the internet. You're internet famous
That's
for
true.
having done a
That's
million
true.
times.
I have said the spiel once or twice, and it's a good spiel. It needs to be heard. Should we do it now, or is it too late?
Sure, you can do it. Jump in.
Midstream. Hi, well, welcome to
Can you
Project
do
Spark.
it? Can you do it in 42 seconds?
42 seconds. Wow, that's no pressure.
In a British accent?
In a British accent. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher a British accent so bad. Yeah. Anyways, if you're new to Project Spark, I'm very surprised that you tuned into 30 minutes into the podcast to find out what we're all about. But let's go to shot. Project Spark. We let you build, share, and play games that tell your story. So whatever you want to build, whatever style of gameplay you want to build, we've got the tool sets for it. We've got a vibrant community that'll let you share and play with, and we invite you into it. Come join us. Join ProjectSpark.com. We're releasing a beta on Windows 8 soon. Xbox One will be end of January. Is that right?
January.
January.
Early 2014.
Okay, so 3 answers. Pick your favorite.
This decade.
Right, exactly. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Come check us out on our Twitch streams. We've got YouTube channels that are devoted to this stuff. You can see entry level, intermediate, advanced topics. And please join our Twitter, join our Facebook, ask us any questions, send us suggestions. We'd love to hear what you want to see more of,
I was told that on
who
Facebook,
you want to see more of, etc.
I was told that on Facebook we're only a small number of likes away from 30,000, I think.
Wow.
So get your friends over there. We'll hit our 30,000 mark.
All right, let's do this. So Boss Battle 2, I think, is the last one I've got. Let's see what we've got here. How are we doing for time, by the way, Mike? Is there...
It's 12:34, and all is well.
All as well. Awesome.
Someone said we should join Vine. Our streams are definitely not short enough.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There'd be basically us putting on a hat, and that's about it. The Vine stream for hats. So cool. Okay.
So this is an epic boss battle.
This is
pretty
Boss
epic.
Battle 2.2, but this is pretty cool. So somebody's obviously built some mechanics here for
Whoa.
Well,
hiding.
cover is something that people ask me about a lot. I see it on Twitter a lot
Oh,
of
really?
questions about cover systems and things like that, and it's sort of like,
So it's cool because we've got the basics of cover systems, right? I mean, we've got collision on all our objects. You can hide behind them, and then projectiles won't go through them, so you won't get hit. As for coming in and out of cover, if you're talking like Gears of War and stuff, that's something you can build pretty, pretty easily to a rough degree and see how it feels, and then finesse it as your game requires, right? You could have your character kind of sink into the ground. I saw this really great mechanic somebody had of taking 2 barrels and having it when a character, attaching it to the player's bottom and their top, and as they walk, open slightly, and using that for like stealth mechanics and stuff, and some really cool things you can do to kind of make your game the way you want it. Sorry, I'm really concentrating on
In this
guy.
game, I love how the big boss shoots out all these tiny little purple particles, and it really gives him a sense of scale. Particles fall and move kind of slowly.
Mhm.
So it makes it actually
Except they freaking home on me. That's not cool. Boss's HP. So how come you're not going down that much? Right trigger to aiming to shoot.
trigger.
I'm just wondering because it's like his health's not going down very much. So am I doing something wrong? This is what's cool because I'm like, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I could read the code to see how it's done. I could keep playing it.
You've got these mana picks-ups, and your mana is still at full, so I'm wondering if there's something you could be.
Push A to dodge. Hold left trigger to aim. Let's see what other buttons I have. DDD. I think this is the core of the mechanic. It's just maybe I'm assuming that it's not tuned right. But so from my experience in games, I've worked on games which are kind of interesting. That with this kind of stuff, you usually lead up to it and you start to say, okay, this is how you learn where his weak spot is, where his timing is, and his attack. And maybe that's what I'm missing right now is kind of the build up to go.
well, no, they just said that like he takes forever to
Oh, he does take forever. Okay.
kill
Just
him.
need some tuning.
Yeah, and maybe that's it. He just needs some tuning, or he needs a weak spot, or he needs a weak item in his combo for me to get back to him.
Or maybe there's some way for the player to earn a new weapon or power or something.
Right, but still, that's huge. Like, beautiful looking level.
Or maybe
great
it's
mechanics.
just an old school hardcore game where you have to work hard instead of whining that you don't get everything in 30 seconds.
It's like Mega Man's. I love it. I got into that debate with a guy at work here too. Is like, man, I love Mega Man for the look and feel, but man, it was soul crushingly hard.
See, now that's cool. I like how like you just only the part that the camera can see is there, and it's like, oh, behind here is like the set and.
And this is very common in game development, right? People look at a final polished piece and go, wow, you built this beautiful level. Yeah, but look at all that, right? Like, that's not a bad thing. That's awesome use of your time, right? Focus on what people are going to see, constrain the camera, and you can just spend so much in this real estate. It's good to see that people are picking up stuff that we do in game development as well. And like, look at this. just really interesting kind of steampunky feel to this guy. He's kind of got a gargoyle with some chains down here.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is very cool.
It's really, really neat. Like,
oh, check out the camera too. Give me a chance.
I love how they tinted the goblin to be all gray, so it looks like he's a
stone,
mechanical or statue or something.
You want me to check out the camera, like brain-wise?
Yep.
This is this the camera? No, this is actually the guy's.
So speaking about how
no, I think it'd be on the character because like it was.
Oh, that's fair.
Third-person camera.
Sorry, I
right?
thought it was going to be something following.
See, sometimes I surprise you.
Sometimes I'm impressed that you know
what you're
talking
all the
about.
time, then I like throw it in.
I'm assuming somebody in the community told you that.
What? It's me, man.
Mike said something smart. He must have been told.
Right, exactly. You must have heard that from our community. They're very smart. I can suck up and make fun of him at the same time.
Nice.
It's a
I know, it's like a win-win.
Right, exactly. Community loves me, Mike doesn't. Well, that's fine. Anyhow, yeah, it's got to be here somewhere, but actually I don't see it on this page. I don't see any camera stuff. Sorry, is there something particular about the camera you wanted to see? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be on this guy. I'm assuming it's another object that's following him. That's what keeps him constrained to it.
So he said, "There it is, 10 lines down," but I don't know when that was.
Okay.
It's a delay. So
sorry. Okay.
Down from
I'll take a look here. Sorry, is the creator on there right
yeah.
there? Maybe I flipped past it too fast. I don't see anything about the camera here. Yeah, nothing on this page.
Beta is imminent.
Beta is imminent. It's very true.
So earlier we were talking about how maybe we want to be doing some tuning or adding some powers.
Here's the camera.
It gets at the really awesome ability in Project Spark to quickly jump back and forth between editing and testing. That's really important when you're doing these kind of tuning things, so you can try out the boss and say, oh, I don't want him to be that hard to kill. Maybe I'll jump back into edit mode and tune his health value and jump back into test and see how that feels.
Yeah, good call. So let's just do that right now, maybe. Let's go into here, edit, properties. I am not one of those hardcore gamers. I really want to win. So this is maximum health 1,000.
1,000, that's why.
Whoever wrote this is evil, but a good person. Here we go.
Very evil, good person.
Right.
Evil, but a good person.
It's possible. I gotta make sure I don't pick on people too much. That's reserved for Mike here. So let's see, 1 health. Aha, okay, that's... So tuning the other way, that's not a lot of fun because I don't get to see all the funness that is this dude. I can end up changing his health back again. Combat, health, maybe 100, is that fair? And then what's cool here too is actually let me show you a layer above that. So if I do this, and I attack, so there it's moving down a fair clip. That's kind of neat. Now I'm wondering if I could, this might not be possible in the time we've got, but can I code up his attack so that maybe it does more than the default damage? If I go into his brain, holding left trigger, so he's displaying a bunch of text, that's cool. If he's using the mouse or keyboard, do a bunch of things with the UI. If mana is greater than 0 and the right trigger is held down, shoot Gizmo with damage 5 without hit reacts. So that's cool. He's going to hit for 5 damage every time, which is nice. It's static. But one of my favorite things to do is insert things like math, randomization, random number, values, number, new number. Let's make it, actually I've already got a 5, so let's keep the 5 there. And we'll go modifier to value number.
Dale Craig asks, what are the odds of the Xbox One beta being pushed back? And said, never tell me the odds.
So let's see here. Let's see.
I mean, but the answer to that question is really it's we'll do it when the experience is ready. So I mean we're not as we have the luxury, I guess, in some ways of not being tied to any specific dates. So we're really more about making sure the experience is right because we could make any date we want, right? And Jesse will tell you this. He's like, hey, I could do whatever date you want and have everything there. But if it's not the experience it needs to be, it's not going to do us any good. No one's going to play the game, and it's all going to be really sad, and we're all going to cry with Eddie into the pillow and be really sad.
It's a shared pillow of crying.
That said, we want this released just as much as you guys do.
Yeah. We're super eager.
If not more.
In fact, the whole team has, I don't know, the whole team, not the whole team, a lot of people in the team started with the artists, have decided to... in the spirit of Movember, so we got Octovember, we got Movember, we got all this November stuff going on.
November stuff.
They've decided they're not going to shave until beta ships. So there you go, some dedication there from the team. And I get kind of a little bit of a before picture that they took yesterday that I'll try to share somewhere. And then maybe we'll take another one in a week or so and just see how crazy it's getting here. Hopefully they don't look like some of the Red Sox players at the end there, crazy beards. But the important point there is that I don't care if you're in if you're work, if you're in college, if you're in high school, wherever you are. I don't care if you're like me or Eddie and we have zero artistic skills. Wherever you are in life, hang out with the artists. Artists are the people that always have the most fun and do the craziest things. So no matter what, find the artists, hang out with those guys. You'll have a good time. 'Cause they're always the ones coming up with the wackiest stuff. So they started the Spark Beardage challenge that we have going on here.
That's kind of cool.
So what did you just do, Eddie?
I just basically randomized the health that I take off the guy. I also randomized the size of the particle that gets shot at the guy, just to kind of give it a little bit more flavor.
Are those corresponding to each other, or are they just random?
Yeah, it's funny. As you mentioned that, I just thought about it myself too. No, currently they're both just random, so that's maybe something I could tune as well. And actually, that's kind of neat. It's funny. I feel. I don't want to go too deep into brains if people aren't interested, but it's kind of neat because what this code line does down here, boop, 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 is when you get the right trigger pressed, shoot the effects gizmo that I just brought up with a damage that's a random number 5 to 10. But what I could easily do is say with damage, go to the effects gizmo, get a property on it that says how much damage it is, and then when it starts up, that effects gizmo could say this is how much damage I do based on the size of myself, and then scale it accordingly.
Can the sound volumes be adjusted?
On us or on the game? I only comment really loud.
Yelling.
Exactly. Is that a very polite way of saying shut up?
Yes.
Can the sound volumes be adjusted? Do we have
I believe they can. The keyboard has a volume control on it.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yes, they do. So let's just take a quick look here. If I go do create, play sound, modifiers at overlapping.
I don't know how to do it though.
Oh, you know what you could also do is there's probably a tile in here for sound volume, or if not, it's something we'd probably work on. But if you wanted to fake it based on that, you could play it at a position that's far away from the camera, and that essentially would end up faking it.
I bet that might be what the keyboard.
That might what the keyboard does.
By the way, just for people keeping score at home, we're playing on. This is on the Windows 8 version. This is the alpha that it's really the version we released at E3. So this is a very old build, but it's the alpha one that our alpha testers are currently using. And Eddie's playing using a Xbox 360 PC controller, or Xbox 360 controller for Windows, I believe is the technical name of that. And a lot of people we find, because you can play it on touch, you can use mouse and keyboard, and you can use controller. A lot of people, and we think probably most for beta, are going to use like mouse and keyboard, like maybe mouse for kind of drawing and sculpting and building stuff. But the controller is really good for going through the brain tiles. You just sort of get that muscle memory down where you're not even really thinking, you just know where to go to pull up the different tiles. And we see a lot of our designers do that, and even our producers. I don't know, what do you use, Tom?
I use a controller a lot when I'm doing K-code.
Yeah. So and what's great is you can mix and match. You can use everything. You can use one. You can create your game controls so that you can use everything.
That's really the real answer, is that I use a mixture of all different things because, like Mike was saying, brains, oftentimes I'll use the controller, but sometimes I'll use the touchscreen or the mouse keyboard. It all just depends on where my hand happens to be closest at the time, I think.
Right.
But there's other tools that are really great on touch. Like, for example, painting is really great. I love using the touch interface for painting. So it's ideal if you can to actually have multiple inputs, and then you can use
the best of both.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, did we ever do our intro to the game?
We did that.
Yeah, we did it.
Did you draw anything? Did you?
Oh, you want to do the U-shaped hill demo?
Yeah.
We didn't make a U-shaped hill.
You guys want U-shaped hill? Are you guys asking for U-shaped hill?
In 42 seconds?
What's with your 42 seconds?
I don't know. It's just that everybody's been doing it quicker and quicker.
Hitchhiker Galaxy Guide or whatever.
I'm not sure
the Galaxy or what?
I'm sure the quicker is always better.
Right, exactly. Let me give you a demo.
Well, it's more that most of the community's seen it, so they're like, "Come on, hurry up!" So each time we're going less and less.
Is there like a drinking game going on out there that we don't know about?
There probably is. What time? What time is it?
It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, it's afternoon, right? So most folks, at least in the U.S., can start imbibing if that is their decision.
Not that Project Spark recommends it.
And
doesn't recommend it.
9 says she's going to rate you on your
What?
U-shaped hill.
Oh, no.
U-shaped hill connoisseurs out there?
We had Alex on, and he didn't actually even know. Like he didn't really even do a U-shaped hill. It was really weird. It's like
I think Alex may not have been around at E3 when we developed the
Oh, that's
shaped
true.
hill demo.
I know, like these kids today, they have no understanding of the rich history behind
Back
what's
in my
happened.
day, we started a demo with a
Back when
U-shaped
we were
hill.
young and
Back when Mike had hair.
yeah, I was gonna say when Mike had hair. Oh, good times,
That's right.
good times.
I remember it fondly. Actually, we're going to do the levitating U-shaped hill. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, the levitating U-shaped hill.
Going off script.
This brings me back to XCOM 2. Do you remember those little circular levitating guys? They used to
Oh,
have?
totally. The are you talking about the Cyberdisc?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Although, yeah, this kind of reminds me of the Reaper form because it kind of had the forward slant to it. But with the hover, oh man, that's cool. Let's paint that. We're gonna go into forest mode. That's kind of cool, but the forest is kind of hiding my lovely hillness, right? So that's a bit. Let's see if we can get rid of that. What I'm actually curious is what do I want to do with this when it's done? Like I can end up. So that's kind of good. Let's get into paint. Ooh, yellow flowers. Let's go green. How does this look? If I go into test. Well, I guess I should ask 99 how it looks. Whoa, cool. Could put some water in there, some floating islands. Could tunnel down a bit. Maybe let's do that. Anyways, I'm just kind of having fun here, guys. Anything you want to see in particular? Anything you want to know more about?
So just sort of give your quick little.
Okay, talk through it. So anyways, for those of you who are tuning in and new and have gone through this far going, wow, this looks awesome, but where do I start?
This looks great, but can you make a U-shaped hill?
All right, but can you make a U-shaped hill?
I mean,
I've seen everything else.
Number one question that we get asked
Right.
on Facebook and Twitter.
This is our empty world. A bunch of you have been here for a while. Thank you. I've seen this before. This is kind of our blank canvas, our clay that you start with. And we let you kind of terraform it as you want to. We've got a set of really great tools here on the left. And just starting here with our erode and expand tools, I can quickly just raise up terrain. In raising up the terrain, you can just see we're deforming the entire landscape. You're building, exactly the shapes that you want to. And it feels really good. We support this on both controller, mouse, and keyboard. And touch, and they each have their own unique kind of aspect to it that are really quite fun. I really wish I could show it with touch. It's a lot of fun there too. So here we're doing a figure 8 that's seen some better days. And what's cool with this is then I can also add to it some paint. So with our paint, we call them smart paints, and you've already seen this before as I was doing it, but as well as painting the ground, as you start to paint the side, you start to notice that we get that kind of layered rock look on the side. It's just important to note that I'm not doing anything special. I'm just painting in a way it happens for me. I can kind of zoom out and go crazy and paint the whole thing, and it just starts to look right. Whereas before it was this kind of shiny white texture, now it's got this really nice sculpted look to it. It looks like this could have just been formed however unnatural it started out with. With the right colors, kind of anything's possible. And in doing so, I've got this kind of nice looking terrain here, but I can also do the reverse, which is to just kind of chew away at the terrain and dig into the water basin below. I can really quickly build this little moat, and you'll see I've kind of got this little island. At any point, I can take I'm going to move my character just to kind of get over there. And here he is. I can hop into test really quickly and just kind of explore my surroundings. So here's this exact thing I just built really quickly. I'm popping between edit and test. We really kind of optimized to make sure that this is a very fast way to get in and out of your creation and see what you've done. And that's great. And as I kind of spoiler alerted earlier, we've also got a biome mode which lets you paint not just terrain materials, but you can also start to paint things like little trees, little rocks. You'll notice here's the top of the terrain, so it starts to paint a little bit of a snow, like a snow-capped mountain. And as I scale this brush up bigger and bigger, you're going to notice out the back, we get some bigger trees, we get a much nicer landscape out here, and it kind of gives a sense of scale, which is kind of pretty to look at. Moreover, we let you have a bunch of advanced tools, such as roughen.
Rough and brush.
Rough and brush.
Just love that name.
I know, it's so good. But it's neat, because it adds a little bit more kind of distinctness to it. It's not so
I'm
uniform.
gonna name my son Rough and Brush.
Rough and Brush. I don't know what to make of that, Mike.
I don't know. It's such a great name.
Rough and Brush. Yeah. Let's hope you don't have kids.
I hear that a lot. I don't know what to say about that.
You're not the first person to say that.
Not because of the name.
It has nothing to do with what you're going to name them.
Awesome. And then cool, we've also got some other brushes in here like Tunnel. So it takes the kind of the lowest point in there and just kind of carves through it. On Flat Landscape, it does some cool stuff there too. And this modifies the exact world I'm in. Test, hey, that whole canyon I just built out, it's now ready for me to kind of explore. Above and beyond this, we also offer you a nice little tool chest here of items to play with. At the bottom, you're going to see your recently used, and we pre-populated with some fun stuff. Or you can open up our asset gallery, and you can see all the different kind of props, as we call them, which are a mixture of meshes with materials and some fun actions on them. And just scrolling through them, you can see an ever-expanding library that we're presenting to you to kind of put some stuff down. One of the most interesting things, and I say this because I'm the character dev on the team, is our characters. And so with our characters, you can drop things. I'm a huge fan of the goblins here. I can grab the scavenger and just put him down here. Maybe I can size him up, scale him up nice and big, rotate him a bit so he's kind of looking at me, drop him down. And going right back into test, remember that this guy's up here. Oh, and he remembers I'm here. And we've instantly got a little bit of a battle. One of my favorite things is I've shown this to a couple of kids before, and their favorite thing to do, and it makes sense because it's something I would want to do when I was a kid, is just drop a ton of these guys. And you've instantly got kind of this pitched battle that's probably not going to play out too well for me. But in doing so, I've got a goblin army to deal with. So just that quick, people who look at our game and show some of the more advanced stuff we're showing go, man, how would I ever build that? I don't know how. Well, very quickly you see I've built something that's kind of fun to go beat on some goblins or get myself beat up on, and just start that iteration loop. I highly recommend this for people who are just starting out, and kids are just fearless with this. They'll pick it up and they'll laugh that they just got beat up. We'll show them how to change their different properties or brains, make the goblins enemies or friends, and just quickly riff through it. It's a lot of fun.
Hey, Eddie, do we have any more community creations we wanted to show off?
That was the last of them, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, we have. So hold on, we got one more from Eris that we need to show.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can look for it. What's it called?
And see if he tells me what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was going to say, after we're done showing off all those, if there's time, there was a request to make squirrels rain from the sky and be lit on fire.
Awesome. We can totally do that.
What? Henry, he's gonna just. He's really he's in the anti-violence against squirrels
Maybe we
league or
can
something.
play some other sort of effect, not fire.
Not fire. Interesting. All right, let's see. In the meantime, while you're figuring that out, let's see how I would do this. So, raining squirrels, hey? So let's see. First,
Weeping Angels is the name of the level, I guess.
oh, Weeping Angels.
I'm like, everybody's talking about
shouting
weeping.
there.
I'm like, I know the stream's bad and the angels are weeping, but come on, guys, give me a break.
I'm very sorry to all these angels.
Exactly. Weeping Angels. Hey, monster.
And Boss Battle 1. Boss Battle 1.
Here's Boss Battle Work in Progress. Is that the one?
But he said no, boss battle.
Not Work in Progress.
No, Boss Battle.
Okay, I'm going to keep looking for that. Or Weeping Angels. Spooky Cave, Fountain, Pinocchio, Exploding Squirrels, Jumping Things, Random. Weeping Angels. Weeping Angels Mechanic. Okay, we're going to try that, and then somebody did say the Work in Progress, so we're going to go into that. So let's see Weeping Angels Mechanic.
Right, here comes Weeping Angels Mechanic.
Right. Remix of Matthias Ceres wall build.
Oh, this is great. Somebody else took that same origin and then remixed it to do something different.
Beware the
And this sort of
stashes.
speaks to the whole idea behind, letting everybody remix and the collaboration aspect. And there's a lot of debate about level walking and that type of stuff. And we think that's a good debate. We want it to continue. And we want to have people, get everybody's thoughts on that. But it's just kind of a good. It's really cool to see that this is kind of what we had envisioned. But you never know, if it's going to work out. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really neat that they've just tinted these guys to look like statues. Those are characters that they've just stopped from moving. Now I'm supposed to be aware of them. How?
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
that's the one I got to be aware of. Well, hey.
Maybe it's only when you're facing away from them that they run towards you.
Oh, clever. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's like the ghosts in Mario.
Totally. Whoa, God. I mean, flying spaghetti monster. I got nothing.
Oh.
Okay, I got the coin. Now what?
Well, now he's mad. You just grabbed his coin and ran. What if I came to your desk, grabbed something, and ran? What
you
would
do that all the time, Mike.
Well,
That looks
yeah,
awesome.
That's true.
That does look really cool. That's a cool little mechanic. So when I'm forward facing, but I can outrun them. Interesting. Interesting. That's really cool. That's a really neat little mechanic.
So yeah, boss battle WIP is the other one.
All right, let's try that out. Oop. Musical staff, Star Wars, love it.
Oh yeah, and Goblin Airship. We got to show that. I had some cool screenshots from that. I don't know if I've actually put them up, but and when I say I got good screenshots, it means that the community went and took and sent me good screenshots because I
Boss Battle 2.
crowdsourced
This is
all my
not the work in progress. Oh, somebody's.
No,
he just wants Boss Battle work in progress. Okay.
Right.
I will find that. Dust of the Cloud, Goblin Maze, Boss Battle work in progress. Here we go. Boop. Custom boss AI I'm working on. All right. So let's see what this guy does. So he's got a good 1-2 punch, and it's kind of hurting me in the face. Ooh, cool. Nice little shockwave effect with some... Okay. You want to lead me through this, Silver? Is there anything I should know about this guy? I'm just going to keep playing and see what he does.
I love this little
I think
arena
this
they
is
built.
Eris's.
What is this Eris's? Is Eris on? Eris slide?
Yeah.
Eris Sild. I'm mispronouncing everything today. Alright, so I'm going to try and take you out then.
Get hit by the shockwave.
But I don't want to. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
Whoa!
Stun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
That's cool. Oh,
Stun mechanic.
cool. And then he runs
Uh-oh.
away. Oh, Jeebus.
Oh.
What's going on there? I'm kind of terrified. Ah!
More homing missiles.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, they're following.
I both like this and dislike this because I'm getting tuned. Oh.
I was just saying this level reminds me of the areas that our designers build out when they're testing new mechanics.
That's a really cool mechanic, though. That is really neat. I'd recommend a really good camera pull there because you're stunned anyways. But yeah, I mean, geez, the gameplay there, that's really fun. Oh man, I need more time. I'd love to just like, I don't know. Would the community ever like us to remix some of their stuff and show us where we take it, or are you guys just happy to show it
Well,
off
that's
the
what
way
we
it
did
is?
with the modular dungeon. But
did
yeah,
you?
I mean, yeah, it went really well, and I think it was very cool.
You could dodge with right bumper. Oh, I guess it's too late now.
Yeah,
Goblin Maze, I think, is the other one that people were saying.
as in corn, or as in. I thought it was funny. Anyways, Goblin Maze. There was another one, wasn't there?
I thought so.
Oh, newest. That's why I was in the wrong area.
Well, see if you see Goblin Airship too, whichever one pops up first.
Drawing game, underwater test, spooky, working, Goblin Maze. Here we go. Sadly, not the corn. Here we go. Cool, so an FPS. Whoa. Neat.
Oh,
So,
he had a gun. He's got a gun!
it's got a gun! Neat. So, okay, so that's kind of like a muzzle flash you're going for there, and then this is actually shooting a little arrow projectile. Neat. I was going to say, if you want to, what would be cool is putting a smoke projectile on that, because that would be neat to have, like, tracer fire. But that looks cool. I like the controls. I really like kind of sensitive FPS controls.
Can you jump? Is there a jump here?
Yeah. Oh, you're one of those FPS player, Toms? Jumping monkey?
Jump and crouch, jump and crouch.
Jump and crouch. Can't hit me. I'm jumping and crouching. Here we go. Tom, jump and crouch with his H.
I should play the original Day of Defeat. I like that because it wasn't any of that silliness going on.
Actually, yeah, Day of Defeat was a pretty good game.
Ah,
We used to play a lot of Quake 2 in school, and there was a lot of railgun jump and dodge. Didn't approve of that. Cool, okay. So I'm going to go blast through this. That's kind of neat. What else we got here in the maze?
oh.
Cool.
Nero, is this your level? What else is here? Anything else we need to see? Because last time we were, every time we're like, okay, that's great, and then there was more to his level.
Yeah, I don't want to sell anybody short, so you guys let me know if there's more to
Do
this.
anything?
He said interact with the rock.
I'm trying.
How do you interact
I
with
can
it?
go through them.
Press B or something?
I tried, nothing showed up.
Shoot it. That's my answer to everything, just shoot it.
Yeah, I see nothing. The rocket does nothing! Oh, there you go. Now I'm the rock? No. Just turn me around.
Yeah, I don't know how to interact with the rock. Oh,
Sorry,
it's the
man.
wrong rock.
Wrong rock? Alright, on to the
Alright,
next
how many
rock.
rocks standing there in the middle of an intersection would there be?
Right.
This is kind of cool. I like the it just has a good feel to it when you move and you get like really.
You know
that
what's funny
sense.
though? This is a really cool level. I'd love to see like you as a giant boulder rolling through it and having to crush goblins or something.
First-person boulder game. Has
Right.
anyone made a first-person boulder game?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Damn it! God damn it! All my good ideas are already taken.
It's all been done before. Cool. Okay, well I'm gonna move on. Sorry, Naruk, unless there's You can point me to the rock
Yeah, he can in 20 seconds. So
in 20 seconds.
Well,
Because of the
delay.
time delay. We are broadcasting from a spaceship. It takes a while to get to you guys.
we're actually Team Dakota is actually in orbit around Jupiter.
That's
at
true.
this moment.
Speaking of airships, maybe we should find that goblin airship.
Tom Segway
Right.
Awesome.
See, Eddie gets it. There it is.
When in doubt, nickname. Goblins, maze, march.
The good thing about nicknames is that like you don't have to remember people's real names. You just give them like a funny nickname, and then you just call them that the whole time. And they
Right.
think you're being clever when really you're like, yeah, I don't remember their name.
Right, just playing with props again. Oh, see, this is awesome. I wish I could do stuff like this. My mind just does not work this way. Who did this?
Is there any gameplay, or is it?
It said just messing with props. I'm assuming it's just art, and it's a fixed camera.
So it's awesome. Someone could take this and incorporate that into their own level.
Right. See, I want to build like a first-person camera. Oh man, I want to build like a logic to have it just rotate around the thing, because that would be kind of neat. But actually, I love the use of the clouds there too. I didn't even notice that until I came into the edit. That's really cool. And then is this all one assembly? So that's neat, because you could glue all this together, or attach it, and then you could end up basically giving it some brains to have it fly around and actually have this be a part of the world. That's really cool. Well done, sir or madame, or miss, or ms, or mrs. I don't know the etiquette there.
This was another Aris. Aris has made all this crazy stuff. Like the boss battle remix, I think Silver helped him with some of the math stuff.
Right,
Which
right,
is cool, again.
Collaboration.
Seeing, the collaboration of the community where different people help. And it's what we see on the team, right? Like, there are different things that we need to do, and we'll ask Eddie if he can help, or nobody asked Tom if he can help. But, you kind of get the idea where...
So you can look at the pieces that are used here. It looks like that blimp was actually made out of cannonballs, I think, or
Actually, let's go ask a question.
bags. Maybe those are bags.
Glue. Yeah, those are cannonballs. That's really cool.
And then the body looked like it was made out of barrel.
Actually, those are just straight up boulders, aren't they? They're not even... Oh, leather ball. That's
Leather
cool. So these are two barrels together, I would guess?
Looks like a whole bunch actually at the front.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Just get that. That's really cool. See, this is what I marvel about. I just don't think like an artist. And that's a compliment. Like, I really wish I could think this creatively. That's really cool. So barrel upon barrel upon barrels all the way down.
And then the little rockets look like they were cannons.
So little windmills.
Isn't it fun to just pull things apart?
It really is, because, it's funny. It looks like I'm destroying his or her level, but...
His.
Yeah, I can't get pronouns today. It's just not my thing. But at the same time, it's really cool to sit there and say, that's cool, but I haven't messed with his level at all. I've just got a copy of it that I'm playing with, so I can see how they're doing it and go, cool, I really like what they've done here. I'm gonna reuse this rocket. This little cannon prop that they've got here, I think that's a really cool reusable rocket. I might save it as an assembly. I might use it in my own creations. Heck, if I wanted to, I could make this its own game. I could make this thing have its brain that makes it fly around, maybe strap a goblin to it. Can I do that? Let's see.
When you're done ruining things, can you check out Ice Palace?
Fine, Mike.
No, I mean, you actually could have kept going.
No, Mike,
No, that's it. No, forget it.
You killed my fun. I was having a moment. Ice Palace, I did see that. Here we go. To be fair, I'm sure the community would rather see cool things than hear me drone.
Dude, the whole droning is the entire part of my Twitch strategy. Way to just call it out like
Come
that.
to the drone. Wow. All right, so we got an art showdown going on here. That's what this is.
Look, they were able to tint the trees, so they're using like the woodlands trees, but they've tinted them to...
And check out the reflection on the back. Like, it's the lighting that he's got on the thing actually affects the character. He's probably got a light here in the scene that tints everything blue. That's pretty cool. Nice little gate that's powered. Oh, and doesn't like me very much.
This one is by She.
By a she, or her name is she, or his name is she, and you're confusing.
Yeah. It's by the male truck driver named She, the unfortunate name. But no, this is another one of 9.
A boy named Sue. Right, 9.
The ever-present, ubiquitous Ninchu.
Ninju. Sounds like a good ninja name.
Or Ninichu.
Ninjachu. Actually, that sounds like a Pokemon, doesn't it?
See, people want me to pronounce their usernames.
And so we just butcher them on air.
Yeah, well, they need to be like Bob.
Right, exactly.
You get more than 3 letters in, yeah.
This is really cool.
All right, guys. Anything else we need to show before we sign off and go back?
Before Tom takes off his shirt. That's not what we're doing. Never mind.
I just call you Aris, because that's so much easier than
Aris slide or Sild.
Sild, Arisilde. Arisilde.
Let's have an entire cast just dedicated
Oh,
to
go
pronouncing
into the
names.
castle. There's a whole castle.
What? Did I miss the castle? How did I miss the castle?
You gotta go in. There's a gate. You gotta figure out how to get past
I
the
gotta
gate.
figure out what the castle is. Is it here? I was like just having a fun time running around. So here's the gate. Open.
Oh, there you go.
Let me in. No.
Oh, oh!
That is a mean trap you've got there,
Wow.
sir.
Or madam.
Madam, I see. I just can't win this. I'm gonna call them, they. It seems so much less personal. All right, here we go. Marching on my way to the castle. What do I see here? I'm gonna cheat. No, I can't cheat. Damn you, jump height.
You know, you're gonna break the game. You start cheating. You don't know.
Right.
Maybe like
Oh, here's the
complicated scripting. Oh, there you
Open.
go.
Open.
Careful. You know how these gates stick and
Right, they
slap
don't-
back. Oh!
Oh! Whoa! No! Okay, you are a mean person, Arisile.
This was mean.
Come to my castle, she said. He should. They said. I forget them already. Get up there. Okay. Now I need to see the inside of that castle. I think my problem is I can't get that close to the gate. Or I'm just going to move the character to start in there. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Aha! Don't close.
I love that. Like, created this gameplay that makes you like, whoa, whoa.
This is like man versus environment is what this is. Absolutely terrifying. That's kind of cool.
Wow.
That is an Arctic prop. Okay, I thought that was a desert prop. Cool. I like the snowfall indoors. This feels like is it Finland or Iceland? No, I think it's Finland that's got that entire ice castle, just made out of ice.
They're using those same banners here in this environment, but because of the lighting, they look like they're more blue.
Nobody cares about my topical conversation.
I'm sorry. Were you talking, Eddie?
That's
Yeah, I
fine.
wasn't even listening.
Fair. No.
All I heard was this clicking sound. I just kind of tuned it out.
Like a dolphin. This is really cool.
Wow. Hey, how's the view?
It's pretty nice. I like the armor too. Well done on just the tinting the armor.
What if you go over the edge?
You're about to push me there, sir.
You're about to push me over the edge. No, I just wanted to kind of, maybe the other side. I was just kind of interested in like what it looks like the rest of the level from up top here.
Can I get any higher? I need a jetpack mode is what I need. That's what I need to code into this.
And he just plays every game and remixes himself. Into
Yeah,
a jetpack.
it's a kind of a problem. I like to like open this up and go, you know, what'd be cool. Let's do this. And if there's any interest in that, you let me know. I'm happy to kind of just play around, but maybe that's another stream. See if I can see the rest of the level from here. Yeah, it would be cool to have a vantage point here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing that I would think would be kind of neat, just to kind of look down and like all that stuff. It just looks really cool.
Totally. So yeah, please, if you've hear us giving you feedback, it's not like we're saying, hey man, this is broken, you need to fix it. It's just honestly like, this is awesome. You know, it'd be cool if you could do this. It's just, we're talking to you as gamers. We're not talking to you guys as some people you have to listen to. Cool. Well, this looks really, really awesome. This is Airsiles.
No, this is Neen.
I just can't win today. I just can't win. I'm going to say they're all yours, Mikes.
Neeny Chew. Well, yeah, I take credit for everything.
Right, you harness the community, right?
That's
So,
it.
cool. Anything else on the demo train?
You know, we were gonna have Aris do one more, but he won't tell me the name of the level. So
You guys got to come up with names of levels, or else Tom's going to start talking about bug counts and processes and
I know, right? Seriously, that's what he's gonna drone on as.
Jerome
It's,
on.
it's
You know,
it's
you know
called
what
Desert.
You know what I will call out? This past week, somebody on Twitter tweeted us a picture of a tree that he had sculpted out of clay.
That
That
was
was
cool.
amazing.
That was awesome. So if you haven't seen that, check out our Twitter, because I think you retweeted it, right?
Yep. So we did that, and I don't know if I put it on Facebook. I'll see about throwing it on there.
Oh, you should. That was super awesome.
So I'm just taking a thing while we're waiting here. Somebody asked for that flying squirrel rock thing. You got to tell me how we're doing for time too, if we've got to head on out here. But
We're at 1:12. I actually have to head out pretty soon. I have to get to a meeting.
fair. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Tom.
You guys want to keep going without me? That's
Well, you know,
everyone will be sad.
we could never go on
Go,
without
but
you.
Maybe you'll be able to.
Well,
Nobody sings
Carry
Celine
on.
Dion. Nobody sings Celine Dion.
I wasn't. I'm not going to.
I wasn't. I'm not going to. Please stop talking.
let's see.
Nothing wrong with Celine Dion if she's listening to this. I hope she.
Dude, she's been binge watching all the streams.
She is our
now.
#1 fan.
Now I'm gonna hear it.
Exactly.
See, the Facebook inbox is gonna be filled up now.
Right.
Let's see. Ah, no, I got time. I'm just checking my schedule because I'm so busy.
You are a very busy man. It's true. So let's see if I can do this spawner here. I'm going to build this. I'm just going to talk until somebody interrupts me. It's kind of like my workday. I'm basically going to build this spawner that is going to spawn squirrels. Somebody asked for making it rain squirrels from the sky, and
Flaming squirrels.
flaming squirrels.
Request.
All right, so let's do this. So first, I'm going to make the squirrels rain. Make it rain. So I'm looking for a timer here. Countdown timer. Yeah, countdown timer. This would be actually fun. I love random. I just can't get enough random. Countdown timer. Why can't I find random? Oh, because I'm not in the math. So what's cool here is, like Tom was saying, he uses the controller a lot to do this. And what's really cool about the controller is we've optimized this wheel so that you kind of get muscle memory to just flick and go where you need to. Unfortunately, I'm kind of in between builds right now where we've changed this a slight bit. And so I'm kind of used to a different value, different system for it. But it's all pretty much the same. So if I say I want a number from 1 to 2. So let's do this and let's loop. So I'm going to have a countdown timer that goes between 1 and 2 and randomly loops. And it's going to create a squirrel. Squirrel.
All right, I got to jump out. Thanks, guys.
You're gonna
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Tom.
I'll watch the recap later.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm doing this
Well,
for you.
that's where we're going to say all the bad things about you. So
It's fair.
don't watch the whole thing.
They'll tell me.
Exactly.
Sin City Spartan, he's going to let me know.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got people for that.
Bye, guys.
Cheers. Cool. So I just got rid of the brain on this guy, and I'm going to say cool. When he started, I got to stop saying cool. The game's so cool. So when it started, we're going to set your velocity. Maybe this isn't the right way of doing it, but I'm going to have fun doing it anyways. Velocity equals, again, randomness for the win. Random vector, modifier in a cone? Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to do a random vector in the shape of a cone. Modifiers in direction. If I'm going too fast, you got any questions, you guys are always welcome. I'm Eddie Parker on Twitter. Feel free to tweet me and I can get back to you on what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to fly through it fast for people who know this stuff. So I'm going to, that's assuming that I know stuff. So let's see here. We're going to shoot this world down. So what I'm trying to say is let's set my velocity equal to a random vector in a cone direction, world down, and I'm going to set a radius on that of an angle of, let's add a new number. Let's say 35. 356 is a lot bigger than 35, so let's stick with 35. I did not type that in because not number variable. I wanted a new number. New number of 35. We're doing all right there, Mike? People aren't bored?
I'm bored.
Well, yeah, fair. You're not people, though.
Oh.
Cool. So I've got a vector pointing downwards. Now I'm going to... If you want to do something else, too, you let me know. Unless you were just teasing me and hurting my feelings by saying you're bored. Are people excited by this? People don't care?
Let's see. They're talking about
Anything else besides what I'm doing?
if someone creates an epic castle and I copy and paste it into my level, does it give the creator of the castle any credit automatically? Answer is yes. Yes, it does. And that's something that we're going to be going into. We can show off a little bit more of our lineage system because we want you to be able to see kind of how it works. And it's in the game, but it's not in a way that we can kind of really display it yet. There's still some UI work that's being done or bugs or stuff. I don't know. It's really technical. But anyways.
It is very technical.
But everybody will get credit for what they do, and so that's really one of the core sort of foundational pillars of Project Spark is to make sure that everybody gets credit for their creations. And what we want in an ideal world, we want people to make things because they really, really want other people to use them. Like that's kind of the win, right? You make something and it's being used by all these people. It's like, wow, that's cool. And we've got some ideas and way to help sort of incentivize that and do that. And we're going to be kind of going into that in a stream very soon. I hope so. And while we're doing, and Eddie's making it rain.
Making it rain squirrels.
So we're gonna have another stream Thursday at 3 p.m. I'll update the banner on the Twitch stream to make sure that it's not saying Halloween still. And then we're also scheduled to do another one on Microsoft Studios Friday at 3:30. So unless you guys think we don't need one, we're gonna see if we can come up with some content, some sort of plan, MK, to talk about some stuff on that one too. So we have a couple more coming up, and it's tough to get to keep this cadence of all this streaming all the time. But we think it's good, and we think it's people seem to like it, and we get a lot of people that will go to YouTube and just sort of binge watch once they learn about Project Spark. They just those are flaming squirrels, aren't they?
Those are flaming squirrels. So kind of as requested, not the most artistic, but there's something there. Oh, make sure they explode. Okay, well let's do that. Maybe when they hit the ground. How's that? Oh, I've got a lot of fire there. You are you. Okay, let's grab Mr. Squirrely Squirrel. Brain. When I sensors. That's what I'm looking for. Sensores. When I bump terrain. My favorite is just kill. That sounds terrible, actually. But combat, kill. Kill's really cool, because when it bumps the terrain, if I do this right, I gotta move the...
Yeah, but it's going to explode.
Oh, yeah, well, it'll go up in a big poof.
It's not an explosion.
You are such a
All right,
critic.
well, let's see. Maybe it will.
Oh, why are you not bumping? Oh, there we go. That one did. So that's what it looked like. I've got a bug in my code somewhere there, but... Okay, it's because he dies, they're all going to heaven.
Every flaming squirrel goes to heaven.
Yeah, I don't think Kim would approve of this. She's kind of very...
No.
She's championing the anti-death... Oh, I see. So they're dying, and that's what's happening. They're taking a while.
Right,
so
they're doing the death animation.
This is a really sad way to end the stream.
Right. So show off Desert Work in Progress, and we'll end on that. And
Desert Work in Progress, that's somebody else's
Eris,
level?
this better be good, because we're ending the stream on it.
That's right, Eris.
No pressure, but...
Best for last, Eris?
Yep.
Let's see here. It's funny. I envision that he's just like hard at work working on stuff while we're on the stream, saying, now show this, now show this, now show this. Desert, Work in Progress, March. Rocket Man, Dungeon Environment, no, that's not what you asked for. Edge of the World, Dramatic Modular Dungeon, Spooky Run, Modular Dungeon. Pinocchio's D&D set. Awesome, Pinocchio. You are awesome, sir. Modular Dungeon. I do not see... Oh, Desert, Work in Progress. Mateus Serastes. Great name. We are playing this. Is this the one? Going once, going twice. Here we go.
It takes them 22 seconds, because we're coming from Jupiter. It takes them.
They had negative 19. That's a whole lot of not enough time. All right, so we got some desert action here. Cool.
Wait, Eris says yes. That's the right level.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll reload. No, I'll keep playing. That's actually what I'll do.
Search the field.
Search the field. The field. The field. The field.
Oh, maybe somebody was asking about the search field.
Oh, the search field.
This is how that game of telephone. This is
right. This is awesome. Who's on first?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want.
When will multiplayer be possible? The beta won't, or at least the initial beta won't have multiplayer in it. But we're going to be releasing some details on multiplayer. I think in the near future. I don't want to say it's imminent like I will the beta, but we're going to be going into that, and we think you guys are going to be really pumped about what we have. We just want to make sure we can show it off and really have you guys get a sense of the possibilities that will be there once we get kind of beta. Make our own monster models. So the way it works, you can turn around and you can glue props together to make sort of whatever you want. And we've shown off in some of the other streams a lot of the things that the community have made to do things like that. So absolutely you can do that. You can use the Kinect on Xbox One to add in your own animation and audio sounds to it. So if that's what you mean, yeah, you can create those things, and people do a lot. Last stream, which was Thursday, we showed how we actually were able to. One of the ways you can animate things, and it was basically attaching the parts of an object that you created to an invisible character and do that. So it was looking pretty cool.
I'm trying to show. I mean, once again, I'm not a good artist. Oh, you know what was my favorite? Somebody did this the other day, and I thought it was really hilarious. Was you could take? Do we have that prop here? Oh, we don't have it in this build. But you can take things and, like, I don't know, attach it to the guy's head. And actually, let me grab it. Switch over to attach. So this is a bad example. Well, maybe it's not a bad example. Maybe you really are destined to make, like, the ability to attach to this guy, you know, a broadleaf fern. And if I position it just right. We've got other builds that make it easier to position stuff, but you can end up having a broadleaf fern head dude. And as he walks around, it's going to animate with his head and stuff. And so, you know, you can build your character any different way you want to. It's pretty powerful and fun stuff. However, Mike, I think I do need to head out too. Do you have any last minute requests?
No, I think that's pretty good, guys. I appreciate you sitting with us as we kind of take a look. It's always fun to go through. And I don't know, Eddie, what do you think? I mean, are you kind of impressed, surprised, anything that?
I love this stuff. You know, like I say, this teaches me that there's so many good creators out there already. Our alpha community, you know, our software, I'm really proud of it. We've done a great job on the team, but there's some rough edges. There's some stuff to learn with, and they've built some amazing stuff with it.
And what's great, I mean, this is like such an old build, and it's so, like, a lot of the guys, the designers that are making stuff in this all the time, and our latest build come back and use the alpha and like, whoa, I can't do this, I can't do that. So the fact that these guys, that's cool. The fact that these guys can do, like, some of the stuff they've been able to create with these tools is really great. And that's something else to keep in mind when you guys get in beta, which is imminent very soon.
Right.
When you get in beta, is that, again, there's going to continually be improvements to the game. We're going to keep adding in more stuff. And one of the real reasons, you know, a lot of people ask, well, hey, why are you fixing bugs? The reason to have beta is for bugs. That's not really what, I mean, it's good to hear any bugs, but we know there's bugs. What we want is you guys to do the full experience. Tell us what you feel is missing. What would really take it to the next level? What are the things you want to do that, you know, would be so much easier if we did certain things to like give you a shortcut on that? And this is one of those stuff where we just, you know, we have in our minds, hey, this is how it's all going to work out, but no battle plan ever survived community.
Yep.
So we need to get it out there in your hands and see the great stuff you guys make. Find out where, you know, what stuff might be frustrating, what stuff you really like. And we're going to focus on improving that. So even what you see at the initial beta, it's going to change, month after month after month. We're going to be doing more updates and doing more stuff there and things along those lines. So, yeah, the next stream is going to be 49.5 hours from now on this channel. And then after that, 24.5 hours after that stream starts, we'll be back on the Microsoft channel doing yet another stream. So it's the week of streams here.
Week of streams.
And we'll see if we can get Eddie back on more streams. Glad we were able to finally pull him away.
Happy to be here. If you guys like me, let me know. If you don't like me, well, you know what? Let me not waste your time. Let Mike know either way.
Well, I already know. I mean, you know.
Well, Mike,
you can let me know, but I already know.
But
yeah, I got a list of reasons I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair. Everybody does. It's
right,
a
guys.
team list.
In the meantime, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Check us out on Reddit and the project.spark.org forums. And we'll look forward to seeing you really soon. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.